Okay, today's the first video of me restoring this 1977 Ford pickup. It's going to take a while, but this is video number one. I bought this truck approximately in 1980 when it was 3 years old. It's basically a brand new truck. Drove it, got the motor rebuilt, backed it into right where it's at right now, parked it, and never started it again for over 20 years. Back then, we didn't have cell phones and internet. So what a person would have to do is buy a newspaper and look in the classifieds. So I was living in Niles Canyon at the time in the Bay Area, so I started in Fremont buying papers, went across the bay, through San Francisco, over the Bay Bridge, then ended up in Walnut Creek, buying a paper there, and then spotting this truck, and that day I bought it. So I used it as a dumpster, which it was just filled with garbage all around it. So I removed the fence, took about 6 loads to the dumps, and now I can see it again. So let's take a look on the inside. Okay, this has a 400 in it, automatic 4-wheel drive. I did a lot of traveling in this truck. I went all the way up to Mount St. Helens right after it blew up. Had a good time with it. And if you look right there, my boots wore a hole right through the floorboard. So I'm going to have to fix that. It had gun racks, which are coming in today. That's going to be the first thing I do on this truck is put gun racks back in. So let's take a look at the other side. Okay, so this is the passenger side. I don't know if you guys remember, a long time ago there was a radio station called KFAT Radio out of Gilroy. It was a great station. I still have the sticker on there. Fire extinguisher. Let's look in the glove box. Okay. Notepads. Oh, there's the manual. And a lot of people don't remember back then, we all carried maps. We didn't have our phones, so everybody carried a map. So if you needed to find something, you could look up on your map. Got some forks and mustard. So that's what's in there. The front tires I bought about 20 years ago. They're 33s. The front ones are still good. They were basically brand new. They're holding air. But the backs, they got all deteriorated, so they won't hold air. I have it jacked up right now. The second thing I'm going to do is buy some new tires so I can roll it out if I need to. Okay, another thing that's kind of a funny thing, bad decision I made when I was a kid, teenager, is I hit a pole while I was 4-wheel driving and I dented up the truck. So the cost to fix it was $350 back then. So I got the check, and instead of fixing my truck, I bought a golden retriever. Though this is not the golden retriever I bought, but I bought a golden retriever instead and never fixed my truck. Hey Oakley, you having fun? Huh? Okay, so let's look at the bed. Bed's in good shape. This was all filled with garbage, so it had like old pillows and stuff in there, so it looks like it got some rust. Also, we had wild kittens that would have litters of babies in here and then disappear. So the toolbox is very old. Let's just look and see what's inside the toolbox. Okay, nothing much. Some weed whack line. some old batteries, and looks like a fertilizer dispenser. So also, this truck has some bird poop on it, so in the last couple decades a bird got in here, so I'm figuring I'm going to find a dead bird probably behind the seat. So we'll look for that. Also, I installed the Rancho off-road suspension on this truck, just basically to level it out. They called it a level kit back then, so it's basically stock height, which is pretty high. Has the Barton bumper, which was a cool bumper back in its day. It's not cool anymore. Let's see what it looks like underneath here. Okay, so there's the back. I've got to fix the tailgate. It doesn't want to open really good, but there's the old Barton bumper. Those were pretty cool back in the day. Well, I was hoping that the gun rack would show up while I was editing, but it has not. So we'll put that in the next video, along with maybe some new rear tires and maybe upholstery for that bench seat. Then we'll start working on the motor. Also, I'd like your comments. My intentions on this truck is to leave it distressed. So I'd like comments on that, because I really don't know if I want a nice shiny truck. Maybe I'll just put a clear coat over what I have and leave it in the distressed mode. So anyway, thank you very much for watching this video, and I welcome your comments. Thank you.